T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
T&D Sports Video Productions presents the Orland & Cohen High School Lacrosse Game of the Week. Today, it's the Bulls of Smithtown West High School hosting the Hurricanes of Westhampton Beach High School. Hi, everyone. Alongside the one and only Mike Trezza, I'm Chris Cayozzo, and today we have a League Two Suffolk County semifinal between two teams who are hungry to get to the final next Tuesday.
Yeah, Chris, this is actually a rematch of a game played in late April out in the Hamptons. It was Smithtown West prevailing in that game by a final of 11-10.
Let's start with the visitors, the Westhampton Beach Hurricanes. They are a team that usually isn't in this semifinal game, but this year they are hungry, they are ready to play on the road, and they are led by their senior Dan Nagliari, number 12.
Yeah, there you see Dan on your screen. He's a lefty. He plays at the X. He's one of their leading scorers this year, Chris, with 47 points. And he's headed up to Rhode Island next year to play some lacrosse at Salve Regina College.
And Smithtown West, they're a team that dropped from League One to League Two due to school size. They are a very well-coached team, and they are led by their senior, Owen Ellick.
Owen Ellick, a very smart player. He's a dodger. He's a shooter. He's really the director of their offense, a high GPA guy, a high intelligence guy on the lacrosse field, and he's headed next year to SUNY Geneseo.
As we return after that great national anthem, and getting back to Smithtown, they are led by number 2, Owen Ellick.
Yeah, one of 3 players on this roster that's headed to Western New York next year to play in the SUNYAC. You see Owen on your screen right there, number 2. One of 3 players, actually 4 that are going to play in the SUNYAC, but 3 of them are headed to Western New York to Geneseo, and Owen is one of them, along with the Trebing brothers who play attack.
That's great. All 3 attack guys going to the same school. Gotta love the chemistry there. But we'll be back for the opening face-off between Westhampton Beach and Smithtown West here on the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Birdie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
That's Chloe Humphrey. That's a beautiful move.
Eaton goes. She shoots. High. No. A goal. Eaton is eating.
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves
She is the real deal.
Gotta give it up. He does to his brother who scores.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gives it up, McNamara. He rips it and he scores. Marlon. Shot is a save. Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores. There's the game winner.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Welcome back to the campus of Smithtown West High School for this League 2 semifinal. Suffolk County, alongside Mike Trezza and the whole T&D Sports Video Production staff. We are ready for a great game, Mike. And let's talk a little bit about Westhampton. We talked about early a team that hasn't really been in this semifinal game, a little new territory for them, but a tough opponent in Smithtown West.
Yeah, they had some big wins down the stretch. They come in riding a 3-game winning streak, so let's see if they're up to the rematch today against the Bulls.
It'll be Smithtown West on the opening possession off the opening face-off. Starting with the ball is Ryan Schrebing.
The two Trebing brothers, Chris, kind of mirror images of one another. One's a lefty, one's a righty, but they're both big, strong kids.
A shot and a goal! Owen Ellick with the opening score, and 1-0 Bulls on top.
Owen Ellick, we spotlighted him in our opening, and he gets on the board first. What a beautiful dish on the run. Here's Ellick. He splits two defenders, right-handed, bounces it in.
They beat him on the substitution game. They can't hear us.
So 1-0 Bulls. Just about a minute into play, but Westhampton will win the face-off this time. An errant pass there, and that'll go out of bounds. It'll go to Smithtown.
So the Hurricanes get the ball. They don't keep it very long. They turn it over, and Smithtown West will go on offense for the second time early.
Something I noticed when I was working the game Friday, Kellenberg for St. Dom's, it's those unforced turnovers that'll come back and hurt you. Will Fitz, first time we're calling his name, the junior. Right side. And around the horn it goes. Slow-paced offense so far for Smithtown. A lot of cutters.
Sort of feeling each other out early on here, Chris.
Face-offs are 1-1. And look who it is. It's that man, Ellick, again on the left side. We haven't called Ron's name yet. That's Ryan. There's Carmelo Pace. He's a sophomore. Wraps around, trying to find the cutter. Good defense there by Westhampton. Tries to find the center lane. Good defense. There's Ron Trebing around the left side, trying to find an angle. No cutters, and good job by Westhampton doubling the ball. Left side, he shoots and off the post!
I believe that went off the stick of the goalie, Degata, first, and then off the post, Chris.
So credit the save to Degata. Good catch there, Mike. 1-0 with about 9 minutes left in the first quarter. In Lacrosse, if you could execute those passes across the lane to the cutters, you'll win these games. There's Ryan. Good double. And a turnover. Let's see if Degata could scoop it up. He will.
That time you saw Alessandro Morabito almost put it in his own goal. He was trying to get it back to his goalie, but it trickled almost in.
Smithtown West with the interception. Winning off the stick of Ryan Trebing. So for Westhampton, it's going to be tough to clear the ball because of the aggressive defense. Let's see if Westhampton can tie things up here. That's intercepted almost. Westhampton picks it up. And good stick check. And Smithtown West comes up with it. That's Tim Vanderbrink going to pace.
But it was Aiden Green, 33, the kid they call Greeny, who made the physical contact and got the ball back for his Smithtown West team.
So now Smithtown West on their third possession of the game. We'll go to Westhampton. Westhampton with the unforced turnover there. Low scoring affair so far, 1-0. Mike Trezor, Chris Cayozzo on the call today. Long pass. Someone is there. It's Gavin Arcuri. Ball's loose again. Ground ball picked up by Westhampton, and they will maintain.
So Westhampton having a little trouble early on, Chris, getting the offense in gear.
Had to pick up their own ground balls here. Couple errant passes, but now trying to run their offense. And it's going to be like guys like Arcuri, one of the top goal scorers for this team.
Relatively inexperienced team having a little bit of trouble feeling it out here in the early going.
Again, a turnover by Westhampton. That's forced by Dylan Rail, the junior. Brings it up. Let's see if they can get into their offense. Pass is dropped. Picked up by Westhampton. Nope. Picked up by, Westhampton. Number 21, Liam McCunn.
You mentioned Dylan Rail earlier. His coach really was very high on his stick skills, Chris.
Every time I looked up, Mike, the ball's on the ground. So back to Smithtown it goes. Back and forth ball game. 1-0 Smithtown West. Will Fitz. Owen Ellick, he has the only goal today. Notice so far Smithtown West runs a pretty slow-moving offense. They try to find those cutters, set the picks. He has a right lane. Let's see if he has some shooting space here. Nope, gives it up. Good cut and a drop pass. So you can get it. Has to cross the line first. And it'll go to Westhampton, but the whistle is blown, Mike.
Backcourt violation.
So Westhampton will take possession after this whistle. They'll have to bring it in.
Let's see if they could tie the game here. Coach Drew Peters in his 13th year, Mike, he said Smithtown West has a very aggressive defense.
Yeah, Coach Peters once coached in Babylon. Coach Moltisanti once coached in Lindenhurst, so they were neighbors at one time.
Has the left lane there. Double comes from Smithtown West. Another ball on the floor, picked up by Westhampton. That's Aiden Kellican. So about 4:55 remaining. Pick set. Still haven't found the back of the net for Westhampton. There's Chance Brindle, midfielder. Came over from Southampton. Good defense there by Smithtown West.
Jackson Rubio.
And another steal. A lot of back and forth, a lot of forced turnovers. A lot of action early here in Smithtown, New York. Smithtown West High School.
Naglieri, we haven't seen or heard much from him so far, Chris.
Now again, he's playing the X, lefty. Both teams, a lot of passing. Okay, I'm very impressed with the Smithtown West defense so far. A lot of movement. Not just one guy staying stagnant. It's a lot of passing, a lot of cutting. Pass is wide, out of bounds, stays with Westhampton.
I believe that was a shot from Naglieri. He shot it high, though.
See if Westhampton can get a few shots here. That was their first. From this angle, I guess, you're right, Mike, it was a shot.
The goal and you shot the whole time.
See if they can find a cutter. They can't. Errant pass, but they pick it up.
Downing and Rail, two big kids on the Smithtown defense, Chris, really doing a nice job trying to shut down any attempt that Westhampton might be looking for.
Pass is tipped, picked up by Kellican. Smithtown West just shutting off all shooting angles for Westhampton. Shot and a save! Dylan Bonacera, the sophomore.
First save for Bonacera, and really one of the first shots on goal that Westhampton has gotten off.
I guess the first legitimate shot that touched the stick of Bonacera, but a turnover by Smithtown gives it right back to Westhampton. Ball's loose. Let's see who comes up with it here. He has him beat. Let's see if a defender comes and helps. Lefty shot, off the post again.
Naglieri again.
Good aggressive play. See if you can find a cutter. That's Morgan McEntee. But a pass is dropped and it'll go back to the Bulls.
Finally taken away by Tim Vanderbrink.
Not a lot of stoppages early. Minute left in the first. Long pole midi there, clears. That's Aiden Green going to Oneonta.
Talking to Coach Moltisanti, Chris, he said he thinks his team can win either style of game, a low-scoring affair or a shootout here today.
And it was kind of a shootout their first meeting, Mike, back in April.
Yeah, 11-10 game, as we mentioned, back on April 13th.
We're down to about 40 seconds left in the first. Let's see what they try to do here. 25 seconds. Probably could drop one or two more shots if they wanted to. No shot clock in high school lacrosse. No cutter available. Down to 8 seconds. Up top, the lefty shot. And a goal! Number 30. Ron Trebing unassisted.
We talked about the Trebing brothers. He's the lefty of the two, and you saw him go left on that play. We'll take a look at it right here. He gets a nice dish right in front, beats his man, gets off that high lefty shot, and scores to put Smithtown West up 2-0.
4 seconds left, Mike, and that's a big one. Going into the second quarter, about 4 seconds. Gonna have to be a quick shot here off the face-off.
Smithtown West timed that beautifully. They wanted to get that shot off with just a few seconds left.
And that's the end of the first quarter. 2-0. Smithtown West over the visiting Westhampton Beach Hurricanes. We will be back after this short break on the Orland Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Productions.
Just leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. Sacred Heart. She goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
On the free position. She goes, she shoots. That's a goal. Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden. Good pass, and a dish! Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria. Good cut, the shot, and a goal! As St. Anthony's brings it up. Ian Cardi looking for 4, and hits the post! Oh my God, but the rebound goes in. And that will do it. St. Anthony's Friars, girls champions, AA. Back here, Smithtown West High School for the League Two Suffolk County semifinal, and on the call today, myself, Chris Cayozzo, alongside Mike Trezza, and Mike, Smithtown West. With 4 seconds left in the first, it's Ronnie Trebing that puts it in the back.
Yeah, Smithtown West, in talking with Coach Moltisanti, as I said to you, Chris, he feels his squad can win any style of game, and he's going to let the situation dictate how his team wants to play. Fast, slow, take your time, shoot out. He says whichever way. He respects Westhampton. He thinks that they're a very balanced squad, but he's also very confident in his kids' ability to nail down this rematch of the April 13th game.
I couldn't agree any more with that, Mike. I think shutting out Westhampton, a team that scored 11 goals in your first appearance, I think that's great, shutting them out in the first. But, you know, they say in hockey, lacrosse, the 2-goal lead is the worst lead to have. So we'll see if they could maintain this lead here with their aggressive, great defense. And that faceoff is won by Nolan Michalowski, the sophomore, but quickly turned over. Ball's loose again. And that's been the story of the game so far. The ball on the ground, who can win the ground balls? And so far, it's been Smithtown.
Michalowski, a little bit of a fogo, but he stayed on long enough to recover that ball the second time and get it going back that way.
Quick timeout by Coach Peters and Westhampton, maybe to draw up a play off the winning faceoff. We'll stay here.
This exclusive broadcast is being brought to you by Orland & Cohen Sports Medicine, with over 15 locations in Suffolk and Nassau. If you have a sports injury, Chris, they have a specialist for that.
Thank you for that wonderful read, Mike. As we come back to the Westhampton huddle here, quick timeout, only 17 seconds in. What do you think's going through the mind of Westhampton coach Peters?
I think he's looking to turn up the pace a little bit, but also looking to make his offensive possessions just a little bit longer. As you and I talked about in that first quarter, they didn't have the ball for very long. The time of possession is a little bit lopsided at the moment, so he's looking for ways to keep that ball a little bit longer, set up a couple more shots, and look for some more opportunities to get some of his big scorers. We haven't mentioned Arcuri and also Morgan McEntee, looking to get those guys involved.
Yeah, I feel like when Westhampton gets the ball, it's quickly turned over. I think they only have one shot on net that Bonacera saved. So, again, if they can make those possessions longer, they probably will have more success and put the ball in the back of the net. So we are back from this timeout. Let's acknowledge the referees today, Mike.
Yeah, we've got Gavin Chamberlain, Steve Murray, and Gene Higgins working this semifinal here this afternoon.
The three officials have been doing an excellent job so far calling this game. And actually, no whistles so far.
I also meant to mention, Chris, a terrific rendition of our national anthem by the young man with the flute. I'm sorry I don't know his first name, but he did a really nice job. Chris Schultz. They
got a great first name there. As the ball is loose in front of the Smithtown West goal. And there's, hey, they read my mind up here. First whistle of the game. It's going to go timeout to Smithtown West. So 2 quick early timeouts, one from each team. And we will cut to a quick break. 53 seconds into the second quarter on the Orland and Cohen Game of the Week.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. Sacred Heart. She goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
On the free position. She goes, she shoots. That's a goal. Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden. Good pass, and a dish! Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria. Back here, Orland and Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production. Chris Caiozzo, Mike Trezza on the call today. And Mike, it's been a very low-scoring affair, 2-0. Advantage to the Bulls.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to spotlight the goalies at the outset. For Westhampton Beach, it's Jake DeGata, the senior. And for Smithtown West, it's Dylan Bonacera, the sophomore, each with one save here in the early going.
Very low scoring, no goals for the visitors. The Hurricanes had a few more possessions in the second quarter. But 2 early timeouts, one from each team, as Smithtown West goes on offense. There's Alec again. Back out. The windup. And it just missed. Good save.
Beautiful save that time by DeGata.
DeGata almost slipped past him. And the diving play is picked up by Westhampton. It was an attempted pass to the cutter, but the cutter fell and the ball came loose. So again, a great save by DeGata, Mike.
His second of the game. He's saving about 64% of shots so far this season, Chris.
Good defense. The aggressive defense by Smithtown brings it back to their end, and the crowd, the home crowd, going crazy over that play.
Crowd continuing to grow on a really, really nice weather day here in Smithtown. As you well know, Chris, we've had some rough weather days early in all lacrosse season, but not the case today. It's beautiful out here.
64-degree day. Beautiful day. I know we saw some 80-degree weather this weekend, Mike. You weren't in the Long Island area, but in general, New York State got some really good weather. Pass up front, and a goal!
Ellick that time with a beautiful dish inside, and easy pickings for Smithtown West.
Nice pass, and it was the freshman.
We talked about Owen Ellick. Look at this field vision. He gets it right in front to Liam Byrne. Liam Byrne scores the goal.
We might have to break out our famous chant there.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Not yet, not yet. Liam Byrne, the freshman.
Yeah, he was Johnny on the spot. Right place, right time, and the beautiful dish once again by the senior, Ellick.
3-0. Westhampton, again, they're doing well in the face-off circle, Mike. Just not scoring goals.
Yeah, it's Nico Cottage. We haven't called his name yet, but he has been doing a nice job. Just a sophomore is Nico, but according to his coach, one of the top face-off kids in Suffolk this year.
Down to 8:28 left in the half. Suffolk County League 2 semifinal. The number 1 seed versus the number 3 seed. And that went off the defensive player's arm. That one's going to leave a mark.
Smithtown West defenders willing to get in front of those shots.
Shot. And a goal by Westhampton there first. It's Morgan McEntee.
McEntee with the rocket ship. He came into the game with 49 points, Chris. He adds to that total. His coach called him quick, says he has a nice shot, and you're going to take a look at that nice shot right here. He gets the ball, has space, no hesitation, boom, puts it in.
Let's see if this can get the Westhampton offense going. McEntee with his first and the team's first. And right now it's 3 face-off wins to 2 face-off wins. Credit to the statistician. We'll get his name, learning a few names in this booth. We have our scoreboard operator to the left, our statistician next to him, and our PA announcer next to him.
Yeah, a young man named Noah, a student here at Smithtown West, doing a nice job on the microphone here today.
So 3-2 advantage to Westhampton. Let's see who comes up. And like you said, Mike, you said his name, Cottage, with the face-off win.
He's making face-offs a cottage industry.
So Smithtown West let up a goal. Let's see if they can answer it here to match their biggest lead of the game in 3 goals. Will Fitz.
But you look at the size, Chris, on some of these Smithtown West players. They have some big kids on this team. Dylan Rail, just a junior, but next level stick skills, according to his coach. Very efficient and does a good job on ground balls as well.
Down to just about 7 minutes left in the half. Mike Trezza, Chris Caiozzo. And an errant pass. Let's see who can get to this one. It will be Westhampton. And the momentum's been to the black and white. I guess you could say green, the tint in their helmet. They are the Hurricanes.
So Westhampton will go back on the attack here. Let's see if they can get anything done. They cut it from 3-0 to 3-1. on the recent goal by McEntee.
Speaking of the Hurricanes, they played the New York Rangers tonight, Mike. Game 4 at the Garden.
I know as a big Rangers fan, you're looking forward to that game. And speaking with Coach Mo DeSanti, he made a couple references to hockey as it pertained to lacrosse on the phone with him during the week.
Very similar sport. Westhampton looking to draw within one. McEntee put a goal up about a minute and a half ago. Good passing, good quick passing. There's McEntee around the horn. See if McEntee can do a little dishing. Around the 40-yard line, that pass is dropped. There's Chris Colson. Haven't called his name yet. Back up top to Brindle.
You can see Westhampton settling into this game, Chris, and settling into their offense. Being a little bit more patient now, a bit more deliberate.
There's Chase Brindle. See if he can get the shooting angle. He can't. Passes it up top. Doesn't have a good angle. He does. And a save! Bonacera!
Bonacera with his second of the game. He's having a good night so far. Translate from Italian to English, Bonacera is good night. Good afternoon, actually.
Making me a little hungry because there's a restaurant up the block named Bonacera. So, Mike, your Italian skills coming out.
Next level, next level.
Only the best. Smithtown West back on possession. 4:50 left in the first half. Have a great game so far. This is a great semifinal game between two teams looking to advance to the final, being played next Tuesday. They play the winner of West Islip versus Comsawag. We'll get you a score update at half.
Yeah, that final is going to be over at East Islip. That's going to be a neutral site game. So it'll be interesting to see which of these teams can punch their ticket here this afternoon.
Back to West Islip. I'm sorry, West Islip, Westhampton. You're getting me confused over here with all the West and the East. But Westhampton.
Yeah, Smithtown West with a couple empty possessions recently, Chris, where they failed to get a shot cranked up.
And a timeout to Westhampton. So 4:03 left.
Back of the Cage is excited to announce our collaboration with T&D Sports to bring more coverage to the high school game. Our mission at Back of the Cage has always been to provide the best in-class coverage for both boys and girls lacrosse. We're excited to work alongside T&D Sports to provide more coverage than ever and elevate the exposure of the game across the Northeast.
Back of the Cage doing a great job all year with the lacrosse coverage. I follow them on Instagram. They have some crazy statistics all year. I've been following them. Brightens up my lacrosse knowledge, Mike.
Yeah, we thank them for jumping in as a sponsor early in the season. And, of course, Orland and Cohen, who's been with us all season long, Chris, providing us the opportunity to bring more viewers across Long Island these live stream games. Let's not forget the guys on our crew doing a terrific job. Tom Bruno, Jamie Burkhart.
Today, we have some new cameramen up there. Andy Frankel and Anthony Zurich, but Evan Laurie, can't forget him. Dave Stemple.
Dave, I'd like to forget him sometimes, but we're not going to forget him here today.
He was out on the field shooting another event, but again, thank you for all the...
Sports covers a number of different types of events, not just sports, but so Dave is out actually shooting concert today. So we've got some great crew members with us here on site on Smithtown West.
So back out of the timeout. It's the Hurricanes trailing by 2 goals, just under 4 minutes here in the first half. We are in for a good one here, folks. Still a lot of game left. Westhampton, like Mike said, getting in a groove. See if they can find the cutter.
And you mentioned it earlier, Chris. It seems as though the momentum has started to shift just a little bit. I don't want to make too much out of it.
Coach Peters, 2 timeouts. I mean, you get 2 a half. Let's see if those timeouts and a shot that goes high off the bounce. But like I was saying about the timeouts, let's see if they work for this team because they used to. They scored the 1 goal. Let's see if they could do it again. And they run their offense.
That was Kellican who got that shot cranked up. And now we've got a turnover, and it's going to go back the other way.
Jackson Rubio. And another turnover by Smithtown. See if Westhampton can execute a offensive attack here. Good pass. Up top. McEntee to Brindle. Around the horn. Righty shot. No angle. Passes it to the X. Pick set. Right hand. McEntee spins. Lefty. No angle. And a good defensive play by Smithtown. Ground ball picked up and almost cleared. Let's see if they can clear it. Up ahead. Number 10. Tim Vanderbrink takes it up. Has numbers. Right shot. And ball's knocked loose. Good defense by Westhampton.
Christian Killerin.
And Westhampton back on the attacks. 2:16 left. Back and forth we go, Mike. Buckle up.
Killerin and Fitzsimmons exchange some pleasantries as each one comes off the field.
3-1, a low-scoring game. We're just under 2 minutes. McEntee has the only goal. 2 goals scored in this quarter, 1 for each team. There's Kellican. Naglieri, who was our spotlight player, haven't really done much so far. There's Kellican in front. Ground ball, it's picked up. And it stays with Westhampton. And I don't know if you saw that. The Westhampton player tried to lay a little hit there. No call.
But Westhampton's smart here, Chris, to be patient, not to try to rush, to continue to be deliberate and be patient and look for a good shot because they've been controlling the tempo here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Mike, as you mentioned, you want to be smart here. The wraparound shot, and it's deflected by a defenseman. Let's see if Smithtown West can clear because if they could score here, it's a big difference being down 2-3. Ball's knocked loose. And
it was Downing who made that good defensive play for Smithtown West.
Whistle is blown, and a timeout, and the second and final timeout of the half for Smithtown West. As we'll go to a quick break, come back with the last minute of the half on the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Quick timeout. We're back. Smithtown West High School. Alongside Mike Trezza, Chris Caiozzo on the call today.
There you take a look at Westhampton's huddle, and we didn't talk a lot about where their players are going to school next year, Chris. A lot of kids headed up to New England, to Massachusetts and Rhode Island and places up north because it's easier to get up there from the East End than it is to get upstate New York, let's say, for example. So you've got one player going to Chatham, one going down south to Frostburg, one going to Endicott up in Maryland, and of course we mentioned Naglieri at the beginning, going to Salve Regina up in Rhode Island.
More and more schools, Mike, having lacrosse across the country. Again, but like you said, in the Northeast, in the Massachusetts, Rhode Island area. Mike, you mentioned upstate New York. I think you were there this weekend, huh?
Yeah, I was up at SUNY Geneseo for my daughter's college graduation. I'll tell you, it is a beautiful trip. It is a beautiful area, but the trip back from upstate New York this past weekend nearly killed me.
Very popular schools up there, Oneonta, Oswego, in the SUNYAC, as you mentioned. A couple players going to Geneseo. We mentioned them.
Yeah, lacrosse is starting to get big up there, but hockey is really king in that
Oswego.
SUNYAC.
Oswego is at the top of that league. So Smithtown West with about 30 seconds. They scored, remember, with 4 seconds in the first. Let's see if they can match that. Just about under 30 seconds here.
Smithtown West is going to try to do what they did at the end of the first quarter, Chris, and time this shot to get off with under 10 seconds, maybe 5 left in the half.
They look for that cutter across the middle, around the 8. We're down to 5 seconds. Nothing there. Going to be a tough shot. Left, and a save. And that's going to be the end of the first half. So credit this save to Jake DeGata, his third of the half. But at the half, 3-2-1, Smithtown West over Westhampton in the League 2 semifinal Suffolk County matchup. We'll be back for a halftime report here on the Orland & Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Birdie goes boom.
Incredible pass. That's Chloe Humphrey. That's a beautiful move.
Eaton goes. She shoots. High. No. A goal. Eaton is eating.
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves.
She is the real deal.
Gotta give it up. He does to his brother, who scores.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gives it up. McNamara. He rips it and he scores. Mullum. Shot is a save. Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores. There's the game winner.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. Sacred Heart. She goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
On the free position. She goes, she shoots. That's a goal. Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden. Good pass and a dish. Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria. Good cut, the shot, and a goal. As St. Anthony's brings it up. Biancardi looking for 4 and hits the post. Oh my God, but the rebound goes in. And that will do it. St. Anthony's Friars, girls champions, AA.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. Sacred Heart. She goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
On the free position. She goes, she shoots. That's a goal. Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden. Good pass and a dish. Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria. Good cut, the shot, and a goal. As St. Anthony's brings it up. Biancardi looking for 4 and hits the post. Oh my God, but the rebound goes in. And that will do it. St. Anthony's Friars, girls champions, AA. Back here on the campus of Smithtown West High School, Mike Trezza Chris Caiozzo alongside Mike Trezza. Usually it's the opposite way around. Change it up today. Good game, 3-1, Mike. Smithtown West leading over the Westhampton Beach Hurricanes. Let's go over the goal scorers today, Mike.
Yeah, it was Owen Ellick, who we highlighted in our opening. He got things kicked off for Smithtown West with the first quarter goal. A second one was added by one of the Trebing brothers. It was Ron, the lefty, who scored to make it 2-0. It stayed 2-0 to the end of the first quarter. And then it was Liam Byrne, who scored again for Smithtown West to make it 3-0. And then finally, Westhampton was able to put one in with Morgan McEntee to cut it to 3-1. That's where we stand. In terms of saves, Chris, Jake DeGata, we have him down for 3 for Westhampton. Dylan Bonacera, 2 for Smithtown West. But the second one of those 2, very, very nice save.
Like you said, Mike, that second save could be a big difference in this game because now it's a 2-goal lead. That could have been down to 1-goal lead. Going into the second half, you know, we'll take a look at a few replays here, Mike. Let's see
this was the goal by Westhampton. Oh, no, that was one of the saves. That was the save I was talking about. The second one of Bonacera's, too. Beautiful save. He got down low, and it's kind of rare, Chris, that goalies are able to get down and stop that really low bounce shot like that one was, and Bonacera was up to the task at hand.
Yeah, Mike. Both goalies very impressive. 3-1, low-scoring affair in the Suffolk County League 2 semifinal. We will be back after the short break for the second half of the game. We're in store for a good one, folks. Orland & Cohen, Game of the Week on TND Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. Sacred Heart, she goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
On the free position, she goes, she shoots. That's a goal. Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden. Good pass, and a dish. Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria. Good cut, the shot, and a goal. As St. Anthony's brings it up. Biancardi looking for 4 and hits the post. Oh my God, but the rebound goes in. And that will do it. St. Anthony's Friars, girls champions, AA. 1:25 till we resume things back here at Smithtown West High School. This league. We're in Suffolk County. We're not in the Catholic school, Mike. League 2, Suffolk County semifinal. Alongside Mike Trezor, Chris Ciozo, and the whole T&D Sports video production staff. Mike, let's talk about the Smithtown West coach a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, Bob Moltisanti. As I said, he coached football at Lindenhurst at one time before moving here to Smithtown West. He told me that when the Smithtown West lacrosse job opened up, that was enough for him. But interestingly, Chris, he actually coached football at Lindy under a gentleman by the name of Rich Biancanello, who was a teacher of mine when I was back in, are you ready for this? Junior high school, we used to call it back then, instead of middle school.
So it's only about 10 years ago then, right? Huh?
As far as Westhampton is concerned, we talked about their coach, Drew Peters, at one point in his career coaching in Babylon, also a graduate of Babylon.
Graduate of Babylon, also a graduate of the Fighting Irish. South Bend, Indiana. Played lacrosse there, graduate of 2006. There's Coach Peters right there with the hat on. Well, they both have hats. He's the one to the right with the clipboard. He came over to Westhampton. He's a gym teacher at one of the elementary schools or middle school, at an intermediate school, I think he told me. So he loves working in the district. He's been there now 13 years, Mike. So we're about to resume second half of play.
We didn't talk a lot in the first half, Chris, about the face-off guys, Michalowski and also Nico Cottage. We just mentioned them sort of at the end of the half, but they've been battling it out, the two of them in the face-off circle all throughout that first half. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the advantage. That can go some lengths to determining who's going to have more offensive chances here in the second half.
Last time we looked, it was 3-2 Westhampton in face-offs.
We were hoping also to have an update for you on our other semifinal going on. That was a 5:30 start. That one's West Islip against Comsawag. The winner of that will take on the winner of this game, and that will be next Wednesday, neutral site game for the Class B title. And that game will be played at East Islip High School. You see Cottage right there on your screen.
You talk about the neutral site, Mike. I think that helps out a little bit for both teams, so one team doesn't have the home field advantage. I worked the Ward Melville William Floyd game, that semifinal. The girls' League One is at Newfield High School. So again, another neutral site. Good job by Suffolk County working that out. So one team doesn't have the advantage. It's almost like the Super Bowl.
Michalowski, you see him there, as I mentioned in the first half, just a sophomore, but battles it out with some of the more experienced face-off guys in Suffolk.
And it'll go to Smithtown West to open the second half. Quick movement. Player falls, ball's up in the air. A hard slash there, no call. Let's see if Westhampton can clear here.
Goes back to Degata, and he finally clears it on the far side.
It's a good job by Christian Kaloran. But again, the story of the game has been with the ball on the ground, who could win the ground balls, and so far it's been Smithtown West.
Kaloran, you mentioned him, a three-sport athlete, one of the more athletic players on the Westhampton squad.
Football, basketball, and lacrosse.
Not as many kids want to do that anymore, Chris.
No.
It's tough to, have that discipline to play those 3 different sports year-round.
Another turnover by Smithtown goes back to Westhampton. Westhampton moving left to right here in the second half. Just about 1 minute and 10 seconds into the half. Again, ball is dropped. A little push there. And no, a push. It'll stay with Westhampton. No penalty.
Ryan Downing getting physical on the defensive end for Smithtown West. He's a 4-year starter for this Bulls squad. Headed to Quinnipiac next year, where a buddy of mine that I grew up with happens to be the athletic director.
Shot high. That comes off the stick of Christian Colson, the senior. Christian, not Christian. His name might be Christian, but on the roster it's Chris. I know I don't go by Christian. But
Chris headed to York to play lacrosse next year.
Good passing. No angle, though, for Naglieri, who we've talked about a lot. Have not found the back of the net, though. There he is, though. He likes that spot. You could tell he's ready to just fire. Wraparound shot and off the post! But Westhampton maintains, and that momentum, Mike, at the end of the first half is sticking with the Hurricanes.
That shot came from Arcuri. He's been quiet throughout the first half, but that time, as you mentioned, he tried to get it off quickly, almost got away with it.
So about 2.5 minutes into the second half, we have a great ball game, lacrosse game in store. Again, good defense by Smithtown West. Aaron pass. Let's see, lefty shot wide. That's off of Colson. Again, Colson doing a lot this second half, just cannot find the back of that net.
Yeah, that was a beautiful move, though, by Colson to get himself free. But as you mentioned, he couldn't put the shot on goal.
Naglieri had it.
Jackson Rubio just lands on him.
4 minutes into the West Islip game, Mike, scoreless. Shoreham Reading River 10-6 over Bayport Blue Point, 3 minutes left in the game. So the more important matchup is that West Islip game, 0-0. So another low scoring affair.
Got to give a lot of credit to these Smithtown West defenders. As I mentioned, several really big kids, Downing, Rail, Rubio, and they're working over the Westhampton attack guys.
Cutting off all angles, making it very difficult, as Mike mentioned. So we are waiting for, that's Gene Higgins, to resume the game. And he blows the whistle. 9:10 remaining in the third quarter. That's Bonacera coming all the way out for the clear. So it'd be Smithtown looking to build on this 2-goal lead. If you're the winning team, Mike, in a playoff game and you're up a few goals, you can afford to kill some clock. But again, you do not want to turn over the ball and give the team a chance to climb back in if you're Smithtown.
Yeah, we've seen this strategy a couple times where they pull it out all the way to midfield and then reset the offense. So they're doing that right here.
So 3 different goal scorers for Smithtown. And that also helps. If you could have a few guys, you could spread the wealth, as they say. Low scoring game, one of the lower scoring games we've worked this year. See if they can find the cutter. Winds up, no. He fakes. Off the stick. Nice stake. Sorry, nice save by DeGata. And it'll go to Westhampton.
DeGata's 4th save of the day.
There's Brindle. Let's see. He's going to try to beat it. Double comes across the 50. Pick set. And he must have stepped on the sideline because it'll go back to Smithtown West.
That was Ryan Trebing on the near side who got physical that time with Brindle. Let's take another look at it right here. There's the shot. There's the save by Jake DeGata. Just a sophomore, but as we mentioned, playing a good game. 4 saves on the afternoon.
Smithtown West trying to go up 3, but DeGata wants to put that ball in the sticks of his offense to climb back in. Seen a few guys play the X for Smithtown, but Westhampton not making it easy. That's Carmelo Pace trying to wrap around. The double comes. Ball almost comes loose. Across the top, and that's intercepted. He's got to watch out. And Mike, who is it? It's DeGata who comes up with the clear.
Initially, it was Alessandro Morabito who took it away from him. He's headed to Chatham over in Pittsburgh next year.
Shot and a goal! Wow, snuck right through the 5-hole. Gavin Arcuri.
Arcuri, we'll take another look in just a second, but he's able to get himself free. I think Westhampton is finally starting to figure out, Chris, that if they're able to shoot it before Smithtown West can get themselves free, it's to their advantage. That time he gets a nice dish from Naglieri, who gives it up to Arcuri, who cuts it to a 3-2 Smithtown lead.
I'm ready, Mike, for a great ending of this game. 3-2. Watch out for that Smithtown defender. Good stick check there. And a foul. It'll go to Smithtown. Again, good defense by both teams.
But Michalowski was initially able to come away with that faceoff. Westhampton couldn't hold possession, and the Bulls will go back on the attack.
About halfway through the third quarter. The long stick shoots and a goal! Wow! Beats off the defender. That's Dylan Rail. Dylan Rail took it right from the 50. Let's take a look here, Mike.
Rail, a big kid, but according to his coach, next level stick skills, and he showed it. Very, very unusual to see a guy with the long stick bearing down on the goalie like that, but that's just what Rail did, and they get that goal back and send it back to a 2-goal lead.
Like you mentioned, very tough as Cottage comes up with the win to score off that long stick. But Rail beat one defender and scored. Ryan Trebing, his brother Ron has one. 4-2, as Mike mentioned, 2-goal lead for the Bulls.
Both the Trebing brothers, we mentioned it at the outset, headed up to Western New York to play some lacrosse next year. SUNY Geneseo.
What's their school colors, Mike? You were just out there.
Blue and white.
Blue and white. What mascot?
The knight. Some sort of knight.
Ball is loose on the ground. Westhampton comes up with it. Aiden Kellican all the way up the field. He'll take it himself. Let's see if they can cut it to 1 again. 2-goal lead, 5:20 left. Chase Brindle up top. A shot high. That's, again, Chris Colson, who has 3 shot attempts, just haven't found the back of the net for Colson.
Colson getting the right idea, though. Shoot before they have a chance to set up the defense.
Smart.
It's starting to work for Westhampton. Let's see if they can do it again.
Down to about 5 minutes left in the third. Mike Trezza, Chris Caiozzo on the call. Good double there by Smithtown. Around the horn at the X. Guess who? Naglieri, the lefty, getting doubled. They know what he could do offensively. Led the team in points.
If you're getting doubled, there has to be a guy open, and you can't waste a lot of time. You got to find him quick. We saw a lot of that with the Mount Sinai game we did earlier in the season. Joey Spallina, magician with that stick.
Now, after this offensive possession, we'll talk a little about the Suffolk County playoffs, Mike. Mount Sinai, these teams both face Mount Sinai, but will not see them in the playoffs. Westhampton, a shot. That's another shot high, and guess who again? Colson. That's his 4th shot here in the second half.
Colson's getting a little bit closer, but he's not getting close enough. And Westhampton is going to keep the ball. They have the right idea, though, Chris. Start to crank up a few more shots.
Naglieri on the X, looking for the cutter. There he is again. Colson. Chance. Brindle. Shoots. Save. Bonacera.
3rd save of the afternoon for Bonacera, having a good afternoon. First-year starter.
There's Owen Eric. He scored the first goal for the Bulls. That put them up 1-0. They've had the lead ever since. Westhampton hasn't had no lead. They've cut it to 1. Not tied it.
Numbers, you got numbers.
There is number 4 cut across the middle. Will Fitz.
Substitution.
3:15 left, 3rd quarter. The Orland and Cohen Game of the Week. Brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production. Suffolk County League 2 semifinal on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, turning into nighttime now, but no lates will be needed tonight. One nothing Comstock. They take the lead over West Islip. So a little upset in the making, still early.
Now Smithtown West deciding to be very deliberate with the ball. Let's see when they finally decide to shoot on this possession.
Good defense by Westhampton. Let's see if they can get it. They do. And Mike, across the field is the Westhampton crowd. They like that one a lot. Good pass. Oh, just missed. Was McEntee. McEntee had a wide open net if he would have caught that, but it'll go back to the Bulls. But I like the aggressive defense by Westhampton.
Yeah, it was Liam McMunn, I should say, number 21, who was able to get that ball away from Smithtown.
So good defensive play. We have a stoppage.
219, please. 219.
As Gene Higgins says to our clock operator, Carl, here, 2:19 on the clock, and as he does his best here, puts it back to 2:19.
I thought his name was Buck.
I heard the whistle.
Well, they can't see him, Mike, but he does resembles Buck Showalter a lot. Great staff here, clock operator, statistician, and our PA announcer, Noah, doing a great job. We're down to 148. Smithtown up 2 goals. We are in for a close game. See if they could pull away, or Westhampton can knot things up.
Carmelo Pace, we haven't talked about a lot. First year varsity, but Coach Moltisanti referred to him as a little bit of a throwback, Chris. He doesn't like to come off the field much. He wants to play both ways. He feels that's the way Mitty should be played, the way Pace plays it.
It's funny you say Pace. There is a player on Smithtown going to Pace, Tim Vanderbrink, the university, Pace University.
One going to Pace, one going to Adelphi.
And there was a stall there. There is a stall penalty for boys lacrosse.
No, we're actually getting an indication the player stepped out of the box, so that's why they turned it over, Chris.
Okay. Thanks, Mike, for the update. So 35 seconds left here in the third. 4-2. Let's see if Westhampton could draw to 1.
Colts are now a little gun shy after misfiring several times.
Down to about 20 seconds. Nice save by Bonacera.
Bonacera gets that stick down low and makes the stop.
And with about 16.9 seconds left, plenty of time for Smithtown to get a shot off. We saw them score with 4 seconds, and they might just hold here. Bonacera, defensive player, moving up quickly. We're down under 10. Almost a turnover there, under 5. 2, 1, and a goal!
Bounces it in.
Christian Kaloran. That is playing heads-up lacrosse, keeping your eyes on the prize. 0.1 seconds left.
We're going to take another look at this, Chris, in just a moment now. But it's Christian Kaloran who gets the ball away, and he catches the goalie out of his net. Bonacera got caught out of position, and for Kaloran, it was an easy pickings just to put that ball in on a bounce and cut this to a 1-goal Smithtown lead.
We have an update, 1-1, West Islip tied with Comstock with about a minute left in the first quarter. As Carl, our score guy, blows the whistle. 4-3, Mike. Buckle up for the fourth quarter. Closest game of the year we've had so far. Orland and Cohen, Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Your score, Westhampton 3, Smithtown West 4.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
It's looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. Sacred Heart. She goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
On the free position. She goes, she shoots. That's a goal. Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden. Good pass, and a dish. Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria. Good cut, the shot, and a goal. As St. Anthony's brings it up. Ian Cardi looking for 4, and hits the post. Oh my God, but the rebound goes in. And that will do it. St. Anthony's Friars, girls champions, AA.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland and Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
All right, folks, we're back. 12 minutes on the clock. Buckle up. Smithtown West, the home team. Westhampton, the visiting team. This is what playoff lacrosse is all about, Mike. And let's start with Westhampton on what they have to do to get back in this game.
Yeah, Westhampton, you take a look at their huddle on your screen right there. The fortunes of this game changed with less than a second left in that third quarter, Chris. It was Chris Kaloran who stole the ball. He caught the goalie out of position, Bonacera, who's played a terrific game. He caught him out high and was able to just bounce it nice and leisurely past him and cut a 2-goal deficit to a 1-goal deficit and get the Hurricanes back in this game.
What a play. And I actually looked down for a second because I thought the quarter was going to end. but the ball came loose, and when I looked up, it was in the back of the net. So thank you for the assist then. You gave me that little hockey assist on the call. But Kaloran brings them back 4-3, and this game has life.
Once again, it's Cottage and Michalowski, as it's been all afternoon in the face-off circle.
And we haven't seen a change in goal for Westhampton. I know I talked to Coach Peters. They've played two goalies all year, Mike.
Yeah, but he's decided on Bonacera.
Degada missed 5 games in the beginning of the season with a ligament and injury in his thumb.
I should say Degada, my bad.
And Smithtown West now coming left to right. It's that long pole. Good pass. Paul passes wide and out of bounds. It will go to Westhampton. And Mike, Smithtown West likes to do that. They like to bring it up with their long poles.
Great idea by Ryan Downing. He tried to get it to his teammate. It just skipped past the stick, and they turned the ball back over to the Hurricanes.
There's Degada to Chance Brindle. Long pass off the stick. Let's see who comes up with it. Under the legs. And it'll go to Smithtown West. A little nonchalant pass by Brindle there.
He was looking to get it ahead to Colson. Colson unable.
A shot. And a save by Degada. Wow. Couldn't fake him out there. And he's keeping his team in it. There's Chance Brindle again. Pass up top. There's Naglieri. A shot. Oh, takes him down. A flag and a goal. We're tied. There he is. Chris Colson. And he's been shooting it, Mike. And he finally executed it.
Colson was cold earlier in the game. Now he's hot. Point blank range. He gets his head taken off, but he scores anyway.
4-4. And as lead official,
I believe that was Aiden Green who got whistled for that penalty. He's going to go in the box for 30, Chris.
So that was our head official. Sorry, Steve Murray, the second official, with the call. So
yeah, you got to call that one.
Steve Murray with the call. Good call by Murray there.
There's no way at this point you can let that one go. We've talked about it through the day. Very few whistles, almost no penalties in this game. But that one they had to call.
Is that Green who got called on the penalty?
Yes.
Aiden Green, yes. Thank you for the confirmation. Something happened out there. The fans on the Smithtown side not happy. 10:48.
Let me get back to Coach Moltisanti's comments that I mentioned in the first half, Chris. He said they can win whatever type of game comes at them, and he'll adjust his strategy to the type of game that's unfolding on the field.
And a good adjustment there, because now Smithtown West on the man down. They could just kill this man down opportunity. So a good man down, face-off win. See, you really don't want to kill it. You want to take the lead here. See if they can find the open man. Good defense, and it's getting aggressive now, Mike.
Play getting much more physical, and it's Kellican who ends up with it for the Canes.
4-4, 10:15 left. If you're just tuning in, you tuned in at a good time. Man-up opportunity around the horn. Kellican, a shot, and a goal! Westhampton with their first lead of the game. And guess who? It's Dan Naglieri.
Dan Naglieri, we spotlighted him at the outset, a lefty player. We'll take a look at this goal. He gets himself some room. He bounces it in, and he beats Bonacera. First goal of the day for Naglieri. 47 points, now make it 48.
Mike, 5 different goal scorers for the Hurricanes. Very, very impressive.
Difficult to key on one player when you've got such a diverse offense.
Now, Smithtown West trying to knot things up. Ball's loose. Ball's loose again. A battle for the ground ball. Ball's all over the place now. Smithtown West picks it up. Man up opportunity over for Westhampton. Let's see. Good pass, a shot, and a goal! Mike back and forth we go. 5-5.
Hansen with his first on the beautiful dish by the defenseman, Ryan Downing.
It all started with the pass, Mike.
Here's Downing. Look at the defenseman with this type of stick skills to give that ball up to Hansen, fed him perfectly, and Hansen, a smooth kid with an excellent shot, shows it on that play, headed to Adelphi next year, just tied this game at 5.
It's been quiet all game long. Things have amped up here. It's that physical play that you talked about, Mike.
Yeah, both teams really getting after each other. The physicality has really increased dramatically here in the second half, and we're going to have a great back and forth finish in this second half.
The face-off guy, Michalowski, left early, so it'll go to Smithtown. 9:25 left.
Nico Cottage, the sophomore, hanging in there against the older face-off
Shot
guy.
and a goal! Smithtown West leads again. That's Dylan Rail with his second.
Dylan Rail, a defenseman with 2 goals on the afternoon. Take a look at him. Come onto your screen. Again, he's fed by Downing. He bounces it in, and he bounces it past Degata. Dylan is going off the rail.
You don't see that typically, and it's hard for the goalie, Degata, to read it off that long stick. So now the face-off circle, it's really whoever's winning the face-off is scoring the goal. Again, it'll go to Smithtown.
Very impressed with the...
correction. Westhampton. Gene Higgins pointed the hand the wrong way.
Very impressed with the defensive guys for Smithtown, Chris. They've shown not only really good physicality, but also terrific ball skills. Downing and Rail and Rubio.
So good play by the defenseman. The clock was stopped, so we're just about 9 minutes left in the game. 6-5. Long shot, no, pass. And the stick comes. Physical play. Timeout on the field.
We're going to take another look at this quick before we go. Colson has it stripped. He gets picked clean.
Timeout for Smithtown West. Cut to a quick break. We'll be back here on the Olin & Cohen Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Looking to go up 3-0 here. We're about 6 minutes in play. Calabria has speed. She wraps around and scores. She goes, she shoots, and a save. But Mayer will come up with it. The wraparound, the shot, and another save. Sacred Heart. She goes, she shoots. In the back of the net for a goal.
Shovel shot.
On the free position. She goes, she shoots. That's a goal. Wraparound shot. Goes, the pass, the shot, and a save by Bowden. Good pass, and a dish. Wow, the hockey assist to Calabria. Good cut, the shot, and a goal. As St. Anthony's brings it up. Ian Cardi looking for 4, and hits the post. Oh my God, but the rebound goes in. And that will do it. St. Anthony's Friars, girls champions, AA. We're back, folks, here at Smithtown West High School. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning into a good one. Suffolk County League 2 semifinal between the visiting Westhampton Hurricanes and the home team, Smithtown West Bulls, 6-5. Smithtown West has the advantage. Smithtown West called the timeout. They have possession, Mike.
Yeah, Dylan Rail has just scored his second goal of the game for Smithtown to put his Bulls back up 6-5 after they had lost the lead to Westhampton at 5-4.
6-5 with just under 9 to play. Let's see if Smithtown can clear here. No, they can't. Ball is loose on the ground. Picked up. Ball is loose again. See if you can back it out. No. Physical play. Push going to the Hurricanes. And now, Mike, I don't know if it's just because it's the fourth quarter, but the physical play has caused the ball to come loose a lot.
One of the things the coaches are going to have to impress upon these kids is to stay patient. Don't let impatience get the better of you in this fourth quarter.
Let's see if Westhampton can draw even again. It's McEntee. He has one today.
You hear it all the time in lacrosse, Chris. It's not always the first shot, it's the best shot.
Behind the net, up top. Fakes the pass, up top again.
Come on, defense!
Looking for that cutter.
Get it, Jackson!
Smithtown West fans over here, really intense. Goal, shot on the goal is high. Stays with Westhampton.
Naglieri, they hit his stick as he was firing up that shot, and it went astray.
Double comes, you got to give it up. No, he escapes it. He's got to have someone open. Up top. Over to the left side. Smithtown West recovers. And Bonacera with the save. On the floor. 3 Smithtown West defenders. And a whistle. And it'll stay with Westhampton again. Smithtown West cannot get the clear here. 7:15 remaining. 1-goal game here on the Orland & Cohen Lacrosse High School Game of the Week alongside Mike Trezza, Chris Cayozzo on the call here. Behind the net. They will reset their offense. We're under 7 minutes left.
Westhampton showing good patience on offense this trip.
They're getting the shots on net. They just can't find the back of the net. But very patient, as Mike mentioned. Kellican, who's scoreless today. Good defense by Smithtown. Up front. And that goes in off the pass. We're tied again. Madness in Smithtown. No goal. They were celebrating, and there's no replay review here like hockey.
Bonacera stopped that ball just before it got across the line, Chris.
And that's a goal. That'll be a good one for Smithtown. Aiden Green, it looked like. We'll see on the replay. We can confirm. No, I think it was 23.
We'll take a look at it right here. It's actually Green with the assist in front as he's falling. It is Colin Hansen with his second of the day.
Colin Hansen. Aiden Green with the assist, number 33. Time to go. 6 minutes. Running.
Aiden Green. Once again, his coach told me great wheels, and he's a scoring threat, also good on assists. He saw it on that play.
Now, Mike, it's been a big turn of events. A no-goal call on that end. Westhampton almost seems defeated that they didn't score. Smithtown West brings it up. And now a 2-goal deficit with 6 minutes. This is a big time for Westhampton if they could score here.
Hansen with 2, Rail with 2.
Hansen, who is headed across county to Nassau County, Adelphi University. The Panthers. 2-goal game with under 6 to play. A turn of events at The ball did not clear the line. Smithtown West brings it up, and Hansen scores. Good defense by Smithtown West. That's Vanderbrink, the defensive midi. Pass out of bounds, headed down towards the white side, Smithtown West with 5:22 left.
Here's where Smithtown is going to start to try to take some air out of the ball. Just about 5 minutes left in a low-scoring game. Chris, they lead by 2, and they've got to drain some clock here.
See if they try to build on their lead or kill the clock, as Mike mentioned. 2-goal game. Just a turn of events here for both teams. Westhampton had the lead, Mike. They had a 1-goal lead. Then Smithtown West comes and ties it. Then they retake the lead. Fourth quarter has been pure madness.
This team's battle-tested. They've been in a lot of close games throughout the year, including down the stretch, Chris, against some really tough teams. So they've got the hang of playing this way.
As Smithtown West holds on, looking for the cutter. The other game, Mike, 3-3, West Islip Comstock. So that's another tight one, too. So 2 tight semifinal games. The winners of those games will meet Tuesday at East Islip High School. Good defense by Westhampton. We're about 4 minutes remaining.
Absolutely what you want to see is tight games in the playoffs. Nothing worse than a blowout in the playoffs. It really is not the least bit entertaining, like this game is.
This could be a big goal here if they could score. Stall warning is in effect now for Smithtown West. Ball is on the ground. Let's see who picks it up. It's Westhampton. It's number 21, Liam McMunn. And that's a big ground ball for Westhampton. 2-goal deficit.
3.5 minutes, still plenty of time. The worst thing you want to do here if you're the Hurricanes is get impatient.
Timeout. Westhampton. Timeout.
Westhampton with the timeout, a smart timeout there, Mike. 3:25 left. You want to set up your offense because if you do score here, Mike, it's a 1-goal game. You got plenty of time. This is I would say, must-score possession for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit critical. You're just under 3.5 left in this game. It's been a terrific game. It's been, as you mentioned earlier, Chris, a very diversified attack for Westhampton. We've had 1 goal from Arcuri, 1 from McEntee, 1 from Kaloran. That was the one on the turnover at the end of the third quarter. 1 from Naglieri and 1 from Colson, who we mentioned was misfiring early in the game, but was finally able to get that one on goal and join the party.
I just want to bring up momentum, Mike, for a second. For Smithtown, they really didn't pick that momentum back up until the no-goal call and the turn of events there. Because ever since the end of the first quarter, it's been really all Westhampton.
Yeah, bonus error. I don't want to say he got lucky, but he did get a little bit lucky on that goal. That ball, or on that non-goal, I should say, that ball was behind him, and it was heading for the goal line. I mean, he even had you fooled into thinking it was a goal, and he was just able to get his stick on it before it trickled into the goal behind him.
If Westhampton can't come back and win this game, Mike, that's a big turning point of events right there.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens, but we'll see if they make the decision to remain patient, like I think they should, or if they start to force the issue a little bit and start firing up wild shots.
This is, like I said, this is a must score possession for the Hurricanes. 3:25 left. It's going to be tight. Good pass and a better catch. That's Dan Naglieri, not in his normal spot. There's Chance Brindle. He's had a couple shots today. (7-5), 3:04 and counting. Brindle, the righty, goes left, shoots high, but it'll stay with the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Brindle bounced that ball a little bit low, and it bounced over the cage, but as you mentioned, Westhampton keeps.
7-5, 2:55 left. Westhampton has possession on the X. It's Arcuri. Arcuri tries to wrap around and a goal! Gavin Arcuri, the quick wraparound shot, and that's 2 for Arcuri.
Arcuri, you take a look at him right here. He's determined to get around his defender. He gets around Rubio. Quick fire as he's falling down. He puts it in. Cuts it to a 1-goal deficit.
If Westhampton can come and complete the comeback, we are going to talk about that goal that was scored with 0.1 second on the clock to end the third, Mike. That was an incredible momentum shift.
Michalowski, let's see if he can win this face-off right here. He does not.
It's Cottage, and now you can burn a little clock. Aggressive D by Westhampton, and look who it is again. A shot and a save!
Beautiful save that time by Jake DeGata, his 7th of the game.
7 saved, and that's probably the biggest one yet. Smithtown West really relying on their long poles in the second half. And now Brindle brings it up. 2:15 left. Good defense by Ben Rappa. Haven't called his name yet. The defenseman. 2 minutes left. Arcuri gets stripped. Ball's on the ground. Who can come up with it? And now Smithtown West.
Let's take another look at this save. Beautiful positioning that time by DeGata. Gets himself nice and low and gets a stick on that shot from Ryan Downing.
1:51 left. We'll be back for the last 2 minutes. 7-6 Smithtown. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Orland & Cohen Game of the Week brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Back after that quick break. 1:52 left. I know I'm buckled in.
There you take a look at Coach Moltisanti's huddle. They won an 11-10 game out in the Hamptons back in April, and now he's trying to hang on with a much lower scoring game. He said to me, his guys and his coaching staff, they will do whatever it takes to win any type of game that's in front of him, and let's see what their strategy is coming into the end of this game, Chris.
I talked to Coach Peters. He said, we're expecting this type of game. We're expecting a close game. And the guys are ready. They learned a lot about each other. Coach Peters said, he said Smithtown West is #1 for a reason. They have very skilled players. They're going to draw some different matchups, which we've seen today. They watched a lot of film preparing for this game. So I think Smithtown West, if they want to close out this game, they're going to have to score at least one more goal.
Ryan Downing, who's played a great game, puts it in play.
1:40 left. And Smithtown West clears, and they're in the offensive possession. Just under 1:30. Ball is loose. Doesn't go out of bounds. Yes, it does. It'll go over to Westhampton. Delay of game. I'm sorry, not out of bounds. Goalie has it. That's the Gata. Scooped up ground ball, Smithtown West. Turn of events again. Minute 8 to play. 1 goal game. Can be doubling the ball every time. Ground ball. Picked up by Brindle. Any flag? A push? Yes, it'll go down to Westhampton. 54 seconds left. Triple team is coming on Kellican. Timeout, Westhampton. 45 seconds left. And we're going to stay here. 45.9, Mike. This is probably going to be the last possession for Westhampton.
Aiden Kellican, his coach told us a really good two-way player. He called him a warrior, said he's great on ground balls. He was able to scoop up the ground ball on that play, get possession for his team, and now we'll see what Coach Peters has up his sleeve with just 45 seconds left and trailing by just 1 goal here, Chris. They can afford to take a little bit of time. They don't have to rush. They can set up something good. Arcuri has started to come on. He's got 2 goals, both in the second half. So we'll take a look for him coming out of this timeout. The other guy, of course, is Naglieri that we can keep an eye on coming out of this timeout.
You know, if it's going to be one of those big guys for Westhampton, Arcuri, Naglieri, McEntee, who scored. So we will see. Gotta credit Jake DeGata. 7 saves, a couple of big saves to keep his team in the game.
And there you see the official, Gene Higgins, on your screen, Chris. We've got to give a shout out to those guys. They've done a terrific game. They've done a terrific job throughout this game. No penalties, very few penalties. I think there's been 1 throughout the whole game. So you got to give credit to officials who are willing to let some stuff go in a big semifinal like this.
Alongside Gene Higgins is Gavin Chamberlain and Steve Murray. Again, great job by them. So this is it, 45 seconds. Up the field. He's loose. Chris Colton hits the post! Wow. Aiden Kellican comes up with it. Another big ground ball. We're down to 30 seconds. Wraparound, the lefty. Passes up. We're down to 20 seconds. 15. Naglieri to Arcuri. Down to 10. Double's gonna come. Arcuri up top. Save! Bonacera! 4! And that'll do it! Smithtown West going to the Suffolk County Final Championship. As the Smithtown West team celebrates, 7-6, final score.
Let's take a look at this one more time. It's Arcuri who's played a great game, and the goalie, Bonacera, his 6th save of the day. He gets nice and low, Chris, gets down there where you can usually find a good shot. Bonacera gets down there, just a sophomore, but makes the biggest save of the day, probably biggest save of Smithtown West season, and they advance.
You got to remember, Mike, Bonacera only a sophomore. So he's a couple more years on this team, coming up with the biggest play of the game. Westhampton, got to give them credit, Mike. They fought hard, trailed all game, had 1 lead. And again, this is a team usually not in this position, almost pulled the upset.
And that last sequence was furious. It was Colson earlier who has been kind of off the mark all afternoon. You mentioned it. He hit the post. It bounced right back to Kellican. And finally, Arcuri, who I mentioned coming out of the timeout, might be the one to take that shot. He was the one to take that last shot, but Bonacera got down and stopped it.
Incredible game, 7-6 the final. A little lower scoring than the original score in the regular season. It was 11-10, so a little more of a defensive game, Mike. I think both defenses did a great job.
Absolutely. Terrific job. Nobody had more than 2 goals. No player had more than 2 goals. It was Arcuri with 2 for Westhampton, and for Smithtown West, it was Dylan Rail, the defenseman, with 2, as well as Colin Hansen, who scored a pair.
Final score, 7-6. We're going to cut to a quick break and come back and wrap things up. Orland Cohen game, lacrosse game of the week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Production.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orland & Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
There's a nice dish, and there's a score. Birdie goes boom.
Incredible pass.
That's Chloe Humphrey. That's a beautiful move.
Eaton goes, she shoots. High! No! A goal! Eaton is eating!
Calabria ahead inside. High save again. 15 saves.
She is the real deal.
Gotta give it up. He does to his brother, who scored.
Spalina to Spalina.
Gives it up, McNamara. He rips it and he scores. Mullen. Shot is a save. Fitzpatrick nearly slips down. He fires and he scores. There's the game winner.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
We welcome you back to our quick post-game coverage here. Mike Trezza, Chris Caiozzo on the call with our whole T&D production staff. And Mike, we had a great game, 7-6. Probably the best game of the year, lacrosse-wise. We've done a lot of great games, but we still have one more game left on the year. As we wrap things up, Smithtown West, Westhampton Beach, 7-6 today. Friday, the Nassau Class C semifinal game. That'll be at Hofstra University. Mike Trezza will be on the call. One more game here on T&D as we wrap up the lacrosse season. But for this game, Smithtown West comes out victorious off the big save from Bonacera, as Westhampton, they came up just a little short. We'll wrap things up here from Smithtown West High School. We want to thank our cameraman, Andy Frankel, and Anthony Zurich, our producer, Jamie Burkhart, director, Tom Bruno. From Mike Trezza, it's been a pleasure all year working with you. Chris Caiozzo and Jim Furchland, who did a couple games with us. along with Danielle Gallagher and Dawn Cerrone. We want to thank you, and we will see you Friday for the Nassau Class C semifinal at Hofstra University, 6 p.m. Have a good night.